Have you ever thought what it would be like to shave a dead person? Well, this is Tracy Allen, aka the Cremation Lady, and I am back. And we're going to be reading Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by Caitlin Doughty. I started off last week with just introducing the book to you, and I said that we're going to read this book together. Now, this first chapter, I've already read part of it, but because I was having technical issues, like the sound didn't come out right, it was coming in and out. So now I'm gonna have to read it again. So this is my take 2. So hopefully I'll read it better this time. But we're gonna get started with this, and I'm not gonna read the whole chapter of chapter 1, but let's dive into Caitlin's story about shaving her first person. This is Shaving Byron. A girl always remembers the first corpse she shaves. It is the only event in her life more awkward than her first kiss or the loss of her virginity. The hands of time will never move quite so slowly as when you are standing over the dead body of an elderly man with a pink plastic razor in your hand. Under the glare of fluorescent lights, I looked down at poor, motionless Byron for what seemed like a solid 10 minutes. And I can totally imagine that, right? Like you're dealing with someone that used to be alive, and now they're not. And now you're being asked to do something to the body. So I'm sure that was quite awkward. And she said that that was his name, or so the toe tag hung around his foot informed me. I wasn't sure if Byron was a he, a person, or an it, a body. Because when a death occurs, since we are no longer alive, we're not considered human. And so there's certain words that we use for people that are alive and certain words that don't apply if a person is no longer alive. And a lot of people don't realize that. But yeah, so I can understand the conflict going on for her. But she said it seemed like I should at least know his name for this most intimate of procedures. Byron was, or had been, a man in his 70s with thick white hair sprouting from his face and head. He was naked except for the sheet I kept wrapped around his lower half to protect I'm not sure what, postmortem decency, I suppose. His eyes, staring up into the abyss, had gone flat like deflated balloons. If a lover's eyes are a clear mountain lake, Byron's were a stagnant pond. His mouth twisted open in a silent scream. And again, that had to be kind of creepy because now you're wondering what happened to this person? What were they thinking about when they died? So anyway, she says, hey, Mike, I called out to my new boss for the body preparation from the body preparation room. So I guess I should use shaving cream? Mike walked in, pulled a can of Barbasol from the cabinet, and told me to watch out for nicks. We can't really do anything if you slice open his face, so be careful, eh? Yes, be careful, just as I'd been careful with all the other things I had given someone, all the other times I'd given someone a shave, which was never. I put on my rubber gloves and poked at Byron's cold, stiff cheeks, running my hand over several days' worth of stubble. I didn't feel anywhere near important enough to be doing this. I had grown up believing that morticians were professionals, trained experts who took care of our dead so the public didn't have to. Did Byron's family know a 23-year-old with zero experience was holding a razor to their loved one's face? I attempted to close Byron's eyes, but his wrinkled eyelids popped open like a window shade, as if he wanted to watch me perform this task. I tried again, same result. Hey, I don't need your judgment here, Byron, I said, to no response. It was the same with his mouth. I could push it shut, but it would stay closed only for a few seconds before falling open again. No matter what I did, Byron refused to act in a manner befitting a gentleman about to get his afternoon shave. I gave up and spurted some cream on his face, clumsily spreading it around like a creepy toddler finger painting in the Twilight Zone. This is just a dead person, I told myself. Rotting meat, Caitlin, an animal carcass. But this was not an effective motivational technique. Byron was far more than rotting meat. He was also a noble, magical creature, like a unicorn or griffin. He was a hybrid of something sacred and profane, stuck with me at this station between life and eternity. By the time I concluded this was not the job for me, it was too late. Refusing to shave Byron was no longer an option. I picked up my pink weapon, the tool of the dark trade, screwing up my face and emitting a high-pitched sound only dogs could hear. I pressed the blade cheek to the cheek and began my career as a barber to the dead. And I'm going to stop there for now. And I'd love for you to comment if you're watching this video and you feel a certain way. Please share in the comments. Let me know. I, as a pre-need planning advisor in the cremation industry, I don't work with the dead. I work with people kind of like a life insurance agent. I just help people to put the plan in place. I'm not at the crematory dealing with the dead, but I can totally imagine her discomfort. And, years ago, I had met some people and I would braid hair, and so this gentleman, he was also dealing with the funeral industry, and I wasn't even in the funeral industry at that time, but he was telling me that sometimes he needs people that can braid, and would I be comfortable braiding a dead person's hair? And I was kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. I said, maybe, I don't know. So fortunately, he never called me, so I never got the opportunity to see. The one thing that was cool is that I knew that whoever, if I had to braid someone's hair, that they wouldn't complain and say that it was hurting their head, but still. So I'm just curious what your thoughts are to this point. Now, next week, we're going to read a little further and see maybe why she had to shave Byron. Does everybody get shaved? So we'll find out. So thank you for joining me today. And again, please leave your thoughts, your comments. Please give it a like. And I hope you'll come back and stick with me through this journey and learn more about Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by Caitlin Doughty. Thanks so much. Ciao for now.